Okay, good afternoon to everybody. Myself, Dr. Subroto. Today I am here to discuss with all of you about the weekly affairs that covering two prominent newspapers. One is Assam Tribune and Economic Times. In the last 2 weeks, we are very much successful regarding our program, and we are hopeful that this session is also gives all of you an amount of knowledge which will be benefited to all of you for prolong your career. So move on to the first slide. This slide is covering one of the most important achievement, you can say, in respect of Indian economy. The title is Seafood Exports Set to Rise Under India-UK Trade Agreement MPEDA. I request all the students to write down the abbreviations so that they can take this as a note for the future course of time. Here it is written that the seafood exports set to rise under India-UK trade agreement. So what is the implication of this particular statement? It is clearly written as that the strong opportunity for Indian seafood exporters to scale up value addition, upgrade processing and enter the UK market more competitively could boost employment in coastal and processing regions. It means that India is now targeting to export more of its seafoods, especially to the UK market, so that they get their foreign currencies from the foreign currencies from the Western country also. So this is really helpful to boost up the economy of India, and also useful for generating employment opportunities, which will help the young generations to cope up with the economic challenges. So this is one of the biggest, you can say, one of the year-long news which is cited out of the Assam Tribune, which is published in the date mentioned here, 18th of October 2025. Next, we are going to discuss about the another important thing is that the Nifty may hit 28,781 in a year, driven by domestic and focus sector. So it is also very important that we should know about the stock market so that we can get the idea of the current economic position of India. And the implications are written here is that the signals investors' confidence in India's domestic demand recovery. The various investors are now get encouragement to make an investment to the Indian economy, and which will very much important to make the economy of India to be competitive with the various other developed countries' economy. And it is written here that if realized may lead to more capital flows, stock market momentum and positive sentiment through risks remain. Though the risks remain, there will be some, as we know that the stock market is confined with some risk, but there is every proposals are there that Indian market encourage the domestic investors to make an investment so that the economy of India get a competitive edge with the economy of the various other developed country. Now move on to the next point number 3. India's growth rate on strong domestic drivers and global terminals. It is a statement which is given by our finance minister Sitharaman, which is written as that Nirmala Sitharaman emphasized India's twin track strategy, pursuing developed economy status by 2047 while enhancing self-reliance in the focus of shifting global order. Here it is written that she pointed out that the global institutions and rules are changing and making structural transformation imperative for India. What is the implication of this particular news? The government is signaling readiness to absorb external shocks by focusing on the robust internal demand, manufacturing infrastructure and structural reform. For investors, entrepreneurs, this means domestic opportunities will remain important. It means that India is no more is going to depend on the other countries. The problem with India is that sometimes we are not ready for the external shocks. Suddenly there is a shock, is the tariff, which is one of the biggest the shock that Indian economy gets suddenly from the USA. And in that case, Indian economy face a robust challenge. So in order to withstand with those challenges, the government of India is aiming improve the domestic market so that the India can withstand the challenges which is going to be posed by the foreign countries. Okay, so this is the one of the milestone step which is taken by the government of India. This is the one of the most important you can say news which is cited in the Assam Tribune. Next slide, please. Okay. Next one is Asia fuels one of the steepest gold rallies since 1970s amid 2025 price surge. It means that the price of gold is increasing significantly. The price of gold is which we face now. It is considered to be the highest increase in respect of increase of price of gold. The implication of this news is that for Indian investors, gold is acting as a hedge amid uncertain global outlook. For the broader economy, elevated gold imports can weigh on the trade and current account unless balanced by the exporters or other inflows. It means that the price of gold is significantly increased, which India never experienced. In the last from the year from 1970 to 2025, the price of gold is never increased that much. So this is considered to be the one of the most important news which is published in the newspaper. So this is considered to be a very big challenge for the economy like India, that the prices of gold is increasing significantly, which has never been happened from the year 1970s to 2025. Next one. India's logistic industry is expected to develop at 10.7% until 2026 and provide millions of jobs. One of the most important news that the Indian government is given emphasis on the development of what the development of logistic industries, because almost all the countries around the world is facing a problem of what logistic problem, and that problem is also faced by the Indian government also in the last 10 to 15 years. But government is now decide to develop the logistic industry so that India can cope up with the logistics shortage challenge, and the result is that the report states that the Indian logistics sector is going to be improved to that level, means 10.7% by 2026. This is one of the most important news in the sense is that it also provides employment opportunities to number of youths. So this is considered to be one of the most important news, and that's why this point is taken into account. And the next slide states that the chemical industry gets relief as export obligation period now extended to 18 months. If you've gone through with these lines, it's clear written as the Indian government extend the export obligation period under advance authorization for products under mandatory quality control order from 6 months to 18 months. Earlier there is a limitation is 6 months, but now the limit is increased to 18 months. This is also very important in the sense of what we must need to know the period of in respect of chemical industry. So export limit, so it is extended from 6 months to 18 months. That is also a very important news. So summary of these slides are given here. Number one, India is showing solid domestic momentum in respect of GDP growth, demand in manufacture despite global headwinds. So this is one of the most important thing, that the economy of a nation is depends on the what domestic momentum, and India is facing that sort of momentum because of what improving in respect of what domestic sector. This is point number one. Number two, export opportunities. We all know that the economy of a country is depends on the extension of export. Export must be more than the import, and India is also focusing on this fact, and the result is that the export opportunities are rising, which is good for trade-oriented states and regions. Number three, infrastructure and logistics are getting attention. That is also important for every economy, every developed economy, there must be the presence of what logistical facility, and India is hopefully is going to achieve that point by 2026. Logistic infrastructure is also given so much importance. Number 4 is the commodity price trend reflect global uncertainty, something to watch given import dependency. Indian government and the Indian economy is no more now going to be depend on the other countries' economy. India is focusing on the fact that we should be self-reliant rather than depends on the other countries. So that is mentioned in the point number 4. And for Assam, while many articles and national and some region-specific ones highlight Assam's strong investment case and opportunities is niche agro business and exports. So in case of Assam also, Assam is also gets take some very important steps and in respect of what expanding its business next level, or you can say Assam is also considered to be a very much competitive state as considered with some other developed states of India. So for that purpose, Assam is also given importance on its own resources like agro-based industries and all. So these are the some important points that are taken into account by considering two prominent newspapers. One is Assam Tribune and Economic Times, and hopefully in this particular session, all of you gets lots of inputs, starting from the first slide to the last one, and the summary pictures and take is given here. And in the next sessions, we are going to discuss about the more such important news and gives all of you some idea about the happening that is going to be no those happenings that surrounding you, and will help you to boost your confidence in near future. With this, I am going to conclude the presentation. If you have any doubts regarding this presentation, you can make it discuss with me, and thank you so much to all of you. If anybody have any kind of questions or doubts, you can